Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. And it's bonus banger time, y'all. It's bonus banger time. That's a lock. It's bonus banger time. And I got one. That's a lock. I keep one. Always. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content, making sure everybody that has a job, everybody that's out there being productive, everybody out there getting to the bag the legit way, y'all got something to listen to in y'all ear. I have no problem giving y'all that content, man. I have no problem warning y'all about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things, man. I just need y'all to do one thing. Just stay out the way for me, man. That's it, man. Need y'all to stay out the way. Why? Because we being smart, man. Smart people don't go to jail, man. I'm letting you know now. Smart people don't go to jail, man. If you out here in this free world and you using your brain and you know right from wrong, and you know if you do this, this can land you in prison, this can take you away from your family, we don't supposed to be doing it, y'all. We got to be smarter, man. We got to be smarter and just look at the bright side of things, man. If I looked at the bright side of things when I was young, I probably wouldn't even be doing this prison content right now because I wouldn't have no content because I wouldn't be in prison. I would have never went. We being smart this year, y'all. And from here on out, man, we just making better decisions because we're smarter people, man. We're not going to be crazy and act like we dumb and don't know right from wrong. We got to act like we don't know what breaking the law is going to give us. What is it going to do to us? It's going to take us away from our peoples, man. And we're not trying to let that happen. So we're going to be smart and we're going to stay out the way, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This is the bonus banger right here. So you already know what I need you to do with this one right here, y'all. Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called The Quiet Maniac. Yeah, man. Crazy story right here, y'all. Crazy story, man. Crazy story, man. But through your walk, when you get locked up, when everybody that been done time before that's watching this channel, like, y'all know from experience, like when you get locked up, you run across all type of sorts of different people through your walk of prison. You see all type of different people. You meet people from other cities, from all over the country. It be people from other states locked up in your state. It's a lot of stuff that's going on, man. But you meet all type of different people, man. Each different person that I'm talking about, man, they all have their own personalities, man. And a lot of people that come to prison, majority of the time, they got maniac problems, man. Like, it's just a part of being in prison, man. Some people can keep their composure like I did in a lot of things, in a lot of ways, but a lot of people can't. I learned to be able to keep my composure because I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it through prison by just being a psycho for 24 hours a day. So I had to change things up, man. And I just started being smarter and using my brain. If I can make it through that bid. But you have dudes that come in there and being a maniac is just a part of their souls and their bloodline. And when it's like that, you still can control it. But you have some dudes that don't want to control it. They just wanted it to just get it crazy when it's time to get crazy. So with that being said, we are on Susses 2 for this one, y'all. We are on Susses 2 for this story, man. And I can remember being in 2C in this one, y'all. And like, for real, man, like, this was the second time I came back to 2C. So I want to say this is like the middle of 05. This is the second time I came back to 2C, man. But when I was in that block, I can remember being in the block, man. You know, I'm back in 2C. Everything was all good. Everything was cool. But at the same time, though, man, like, it wasn't the same 2C. Like, 2C flipped over from the last time I was in there. So it was a whole kind of different block. And I told y'all how prison be flipping and blocks be flipping when dudes go to the hole or mass movements or whatever they want to do. You never can really get comfortable because prison always flips. So when I came back to 2C definitely wasn't the same. I knew a few dudes that was in there. My old guys that was in there, they wasn't in there. Everybody made it to 4 building. That's where a lot of my guys was at. But when I came back to 2C, it was a bittersweet feeling for me because, like, I was like, I'm cool over here, but like, all the guys is down in 4 building, like the whole building switched. Like I came out the whole and everything was different a little bit, down to the COs, to the inmates. But for the you know, but at the end of the day, y'all already know I'm gonna adapt. Y'all already know I know how to move. So I wasn't really tripping at the time. But I can remember being in the block, man. I see, you know, like I'm in there probably for about a month or so, you know what I mean? So I'm still freshly new into the block. So I'm not trying to get to know everybody. I'm cool with a dude from Portsmouth. I'm cool with another dude from Norfolk. It wasn't a lot of dudes in there for real that I really dealt with like that. But at the end of the day, y'all know I'm moving around still doing me. So as I'm in the block, man, I remember this dude came up to me. And like I say, with me being in there not really that long, I wasn't keeping up with everything. I'm seeing what's going on, but I'm not keeping up with everything was going on. But I can remember a dude pulling up on me. He was like, yo, Weezy. He was like, yo, the dude sitting over there playing chess, I think he from Norfolk. So I'm like, I look at the dude. So when I see the dude, I instantly knew he was new in the pod. You know what I mean? I knew he was a new face. I never seen him before. Like, I don't know how I missed him. He must have came in earlier or last night. I don't know when he came in, but I know he was a new face. So I see him. He was a kind of big, kind of fat, solid dude. You know what I mean? He was bigger than me. You know what I mean? And he was kind of like I'll say an inch taller than me at the most. He wasn't that much taller than me, but as I'm looking at him, he's sitting down at the moment. But I can just see he's a big dude. He had a bald head, the aura of like, he was just, you know, I seen people play chess all through my bid. I know how serious people take when they play chess. I know how it is. Like, chess is a serious game for a lot of people. So a lot of people take that game super duper serious. So when I'm looking at dude, I'm kind of trying to see, do I know him? Have I seen him before? But I don't know everybody from Norfolk. It's impossible. You know what I mean? It'd be like that. That happened to me a lot. So when I see him, I don't recognize him. But I know he's a new face. So I ain't paying no mind. I'm like, oh, for real? Okay, I don't know dude, though. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know him. You know what I mean? So dude was like, yeah, he from Norfolk, though, man. Yeah, I heard him talking when he came to the chess table. Dude asked him where he was from. He said he was from Norfolk. So I'm like, all right. So I just put that in the mental note. Like, I wasn't really tripping or like pressed to go see who this guy was. I wasn't that type of guy. I wasn't on that type of time. But I said when I found the right time, I definitely was going, you know, speak to him and see what was going on. So after they was about to lock down chess, he played chess the whole day. That's all he was doing. And for real, he was whooping butt. He was sitting down at the table and he wasn't moving. You'll have dudes that get so serious into the chess game that they'll stand up and start playing chess from the table. Like, they be so into it. Like, but the whole time, this new dude is just sitting at the table, like, just major composure, just the serious face, didn't blink, didn't smile, didn't really talk. He didn't do nothing. So when it was about to be time to lock down, I seen him finally get up. So when he get up, I'm actually coming down the steps to get some ice. So as I'm coming down the steps to get some ice, we kind of met slightly, but I ran right into him because he plays chess kind of like at the table close to the booth, the table that's close to the payphone. Like, it's like they got like 6 tables in the pod. Like, it's a table that, you know, when you gambling and stuff like that, people don't go to that table because that's close to the police. So he's kind of like at the first table. So as he was leaving that table, we kind of met. And when we kind of met, I walked by and I was like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? He was like, what's up? I was like, you from Norfolk, bro? He was like, I lived in Norfolk. I was like, oh, damn, dude told me you was from Norfolk, man. I was like, for real, where you live out there? He was like, I was in the military. I was like, oh, you was in the military? He was like, yeah, I was in the military out there. Yeah, I ain't originally from there. Yeah, I'm from Florida for real. I ain't from out there for real. But I lived out there a long time. I was like, damn. So I'm like, yo, bro, what's up, man? T White, man. I was like, yo, you know what I mean? I sleep in cell, you know what I mean? 28, bro. I was like, you need something, bro. I mean, holler at me, man. I said, there's a few dudes in here from Norfolk. You know what I mean? I said, this your first time locked up? He was like, yeah, Virginia. You know what I mean? I was like, like, damn. So, you know, I ain't asked a whole lot of questions. He said he was in military. This wasn't his first time locked up. You know what I mean? We had a slight little quick conversation. He gave me the rundown slightly. And that was that, man. You know what I mean? He told me he didn't need nothing like that. And that showed me he knew the right things. Like, I was just offering on the strength that he's from Norfolk. And I know he just getting up here probably. And I was just offering like, bro, you need a soup or you need something. I'll give you that. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I was doing. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he turned it down. So that showed me kind of like he knew, you know, he knew the rules of prison. Like, I'm not accepting nothing. I just met dude. I don't care. He from Norfolk. I'm not even from Norfolk. So I'm not accepting anything. But he told me he was good. And that was that, y'all. So later on that day, we come back out again and stuff. So this time it was 2 other people at the chess table. So he's waiting for the chess game. So I'm standing by the phone talking to my homeboy from Portsmouth. So we standing like right by the chess table and stuff. So he's standing right there. So he see me. He turned around and see me. So he was like, hey, man. He was like, hey, like who I got to talk to kind of like, Cause I'm trying to get a bottom bunk. He was like, man, I'm too big to be climbing on the top bunk, and I got back problems. You know, I've been in the military, so like, who can I talk to? I'm like, yo, you can talk to the unit manager, you can talk to the sergeant. I was like, they probably will find your cell. I was like, but if it's a serious back problem, they probably try to move you if they ain't got no bottom bunk. They can't get a bottom bunk in here. He was like, I'm trying to stay in this pod. I don't really want to keep moving around. I was like, yeah, man, you good in this pod, man. He was like, yeah, that's what's up, man. I was like, yeah, but just be easy, bro. I was like, you be gambling at the chess table? Because that's what they usually do over there. Like, it be dudes over there gambling. And I know gambling, like, that's something that kind of like can trigger stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't know who dude was. I ain't know what he was capable of. But like, at the same time, like, I just felt like, you know, it was my place for me to warn him. You know what I mean? Like, warn him about the dangers of this. Now, he know the dangers of this if he already been locked up, but still, I'm giving him the game. So he was like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, I was whooping him earlier. He was like, I beat dudes out like $20 earlier. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, that's my little hustle. But, you know, like, I don't want problems. I don't want to gamble for real. Like, you know, like, I can beat anybody, though. You know what I mean? He was like, what's your name again? I was like, T. White. He was like, yeah, look, T. White, I could beat anybody, man, for real. Like, this is what I do on this chessboard. I'm like, man, look, I'm saying, like, I ain't knocking your chess playing skills. I'm just letting you know, like, win, lose, or draw, it can get crazy. Like, it don't matter if you winning or what. Like, you know, he was like, yeah, I know, but most part, I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. So I'm like, that's what's up. So I left him alone. I hopped on the phone. You know what I mean? My homeboy peeled off. He started playing chess. So he playing chess. He doing him. He playing chess. He beating dudes again. You know what I mean? He beating dudes again. So there's this one dude in there that was kind of like, I'll say he wasn't even an old head. He was like in his 20s, late 20s. So he was older than me. You know what I mean? But he's in the block too. And he's a dude that played chess like that too. And he's been one of the dudes, man, acting like he's one of the best chess players. Now, I want to say this dude was from Virginia Beach. I can't think of his name, but he's that like he was a great chess player as well. So he at the chess table with dude. So when dude beat him, you know what I mean? The dude from Florida, when the dude beat him, you know what I mean? He checked him. I guess when he checked him, he won, whatever the case was. So when he checked him, the dude get up, you know what I mean? The dude from Virginia Beach get up. He like, man, that's some whack ass stuff right there. That's some whack ass stuff right there. He messed up the chess pieces. You know, when you lose, I guess you go ahead and fix them back up wherever you're gonna play next. Like he just shh. And then I seen the big dude, like I don't even know his name yet. Like we had 2 conversations. I still ain't asked the man his name, but I look up at him from the phone. I'm on the phone watching the whole ordeal. When I look up, he looked at the dude from Virginia Beach, like I seen him growling, like I promise y'all, it sounded like I heard a growl out this man's mouth. So when I seen that, I know the dude from the beach got some guys in there. You know what I mean? He got some guys, and he got like 2 dudes in there that he rock with. Now, me and them was all right. They from the beach. Y'all know the beach is close to Norfolk, but we're not cool with every dude from the beach, and the beach is not cool with every dude from Norfolk. It ain't that type of party in there like how y'all might think. You know what I mean? Now, we cool, and they cool. That's just how it is. But at the same time, though, like, stuff done broke out between Virginia Beach and Norfolk before. So, like, when I seen that, like, I be, like, winding situations in my head. Like, I be seeing things before it can happen. You know what I mean? I'm seeing that this can probably get ugly. So I done warn, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't even know why I'm warning him. I don't even know his damn name, but I'm like, I'm gonna warn him just on the strength that he might don't be knowing what he getting himself into, y'all. So that's why I said I was gonna warn him, y'all. So boom, I get off the phone. You know what I mean? He played chess all the way up to they call standby for dinner. So when they call standby for dinner, I pull up on my man. I tell my man what's going on. So he like, for real? He was like, who the hell is dude? I'm like, I don't even know dude like that. I was like, but he looked like he might be getting into it with the dude from the beach. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and let him know, like, yo, bro, like, be careful with it, that chess table, man. Like, dudes just be looking for trouble. You know what I mean? So he like, man, you can warn him though, bro. But like, I don't really know dude Weezy, man. Like, I'm gonna roll with you. But like, at the end of the day, I'm like, nah, I don't think it's gonna be nothing like that. I'm just saying that I'm going to holler at him. I'm just putting you on point. Cause if something go down while I'm hollering at him, I'm letting you know I'm over. You know what I mean? But you won't be in the blind about nothing. He's like, oh yeah, for sure. So I pull up on him. He's standing by for child. He's standing by himself. He just standing by the door, kind of by the door. He just standing like by cell 4, just standing there because he slept in cell 7. So he's like just standing like by the side of his wall, kind of by his cell. And he ain't talking to nobody. Just standing there like this. He just rocking. And I'm trying to read his damn brain. You know what I mean? That time right there, I was trying to read his damn brain, but like, it was like he had a maniac force shield blocking it. It was like, I was like, that joke was like, That shit was pushing my goddamn nosy thoughts away. And I was trying to figure out what the hell he was thinking about standing over there, because he didn't look like he was like ready for war or ready for a fight, or like he was ready to straighten dude from the beach for knocking the chess pieces down. I didn't know that was a disrespect in the game. I didn't know what was going on. But I said, let me pull up on him. I pull up on him. I said, yo, look. I said, dude, that you got into it with. He was like, oh, I get into it with. I said, man, the dude knocked the chess pieces down. He was like, he did that growl again. And he was one of those dudes that like, he sweat on his nose, like his nose sweats. So anybody you know that nose sweats, they ass kickers. Like, and I knew when I saw that, he didn't even have to tell me, but I kind of figured he was an ass kicker when he told me he was in the military before. Not saying every dude that been in the military are ass kickers, but like, I just kind of got like when he told me that, I was like, yeah, dude might kick ass. You know what I mean? He is in prison, but at the end of the day, when I seen the sweat on his nose, I knew he was a psycho. I knew right then and there. So he was like, he kind of like growled again. I'm like, yeah, look, man. I was like, man, for real. I was like, yo, dude, goddamn, you know what I mean? Like, he reckless as shit, you know what I mean, on that chess table. So like, just be careful, you know what I mean? And he got a couple of dudes in here, you know what I mean? So just be on point. He was like, do I look like I'm worried? I wasn't expecting that response, but like, that was his response. Do I look like I'm worried? I was like, shit, nah, I'll just let you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, just be on point. Like, bro, you know, listen, bro, I ain't on no bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, cause I don't know if he was thinking, like, I'm trying to talk to him to connive him or be on some BS. I don't know what it was, but I came to just give him this gesture, just on the strength that Norfolk is behind your tag. Like, bro, you lived out there, you got locked up out there, you from Norfolk, in this penitentiary, that's where you from. So at the end of the day, that's why I was trying to like warn him about what was going on. You know what I mean? So when he hit me with, do we look like he worried? I won't trip. I left it alone, you know what I mean? But when we came back from child, like he was the type of dude that didn't even do a lot of talking. But when we came back from child, I still don't know this damn man's name. I come in through the door. He's standing by his door. They about to open up all the doors. So about before I come up the steps, he looked at me. He was like, hey, T. He didn't call me white. He said, T. Hit me one of them Joe, like, what's up? So I come around the steps. I said, what's up? He was like, hey, look, appreciate that, man. He dapped me up like on some, y'all know when you dap somebody up and you grab his hand. He did one of them Jones. He was like, hey, look, I appreciate you coming to warn me, though, because I'm new in here. I appreciate that. But I ain't worrying about that dude, though, man. I was like, yo, man, what is your name, man? Like, I was like, I don't even know your name yet. He was like, Johnson. I was like, Johnson? That's your first name? He was like, no, it's my last name. I wanted to say, damn, bro, you ain't in the military no more, bro. Like, what the hell you mean, Johnson? But I'm like, all right, Johnson. I'm like, yo, look. No, I was just telling you that, Johnson, because, you know, like, I don't want to see you get banked, bro. Like, I mean, he was like, nah, that's going to be their worst mistake. That's going to be their worst mistake. But I appreciate you, though. I just wanted to tell you that, though, man. You know what I mean? He dapped me up again. I was like, that's what's up. I slid. You know what I mean? Went in the cell, y'all. So, boom. I come back downstairs after they lock the doors. It's time to come back down to Empire Rec. I look up. I'm on the other side of the pod now. When I look up, I see Johnson at the same table playing chess. Now he's playing another dude, but you got the same 4, 5, 6 dudes around the table that be waiting for next to get on the table. So it's a lot of dudes around the table. It's like kind of like how it looks with dudes playing poker in penitentiary. So they all around the chess table because it's lit. You got a new chess player in the pod that's really good. That makes situations fun, like a chess game. That makes it fun for dudes that like to play chess. So he's in there doing his normal routine, busting them up in chess. This is what he does. He's handling his business. You know what I mean? He handling his business. I look up again. The dude from Virginia Beach is at the table again, playing him in chess. So when I look, the dude Johnson is facing I told y'all where they sitting at. They sitting in a table that look like a square octagon, and there's only 4 seats, and they're playing chess. So Johnson is sitting at the part of the seat where it faces the booth. The payphones will be on his left. The dude he's playing is facing the pod. The booth is behind the dude. You know what I mean? So they playing chess. And then I look up again. I see the dude from the beach stand up. He kind of tall dude. You know what I mean? He's standing up. He playing. He's serious. He playing. I love that chess. Grabbing a piece. Y'all know how they grab a piece slick as a bitch. Man, hell no, man. Hell no, you can't do that, man. He can't do that, man. That's what the dude from the beach said. He can't do that, man. Hell no. I look at goddamn Johnson. Johnson sitting at the table like this. Dude, spaz. Man, he can't do that shit, man. He can't do that shit, man. He cheating. Johnson ain't saying shit. Johnson like, dude said, man, that's some bitch before the bitch ass can come, because the whole pod looking down, like, I'm from afar looking though. I'm like over there. Matter of fact, my homeboy getting his hair cut. That's why I'm standing by the back of the pod. Where the barber cut hair at is kind of like in the back of the pod, all the way in the side back. So I'm back there, but I can see the table in the incident. You know what I mean? Man, this is my word. Before he can say, that's some bitch ass shit, before ass and shit can get out of his mouth, man, I promise you, man, this big dude Johnson, this man did like this, because the dude was like this. The dude from the beach, he was like, man, he had like, it was a dude right there. Like, I don't know if that was one of his homeboys or not, but he had a couple of homeboys in there that he rocked with. But he turned around, he like, man, he can't do that, man. That's some bitch ass. Before shit can get out of his mouth, I looked up, I seen Johnson ran, he like put his foot on the seat he was sitting on. And then he was up on the table. And when I looked, he was in the damn air like a superhero, I promise y'all. And he jumped at this dude, man. And I guess dude wasn't expecting that move, because I probably wouldn't be either. Like, I'm gonna be ready for a fight when I hear noise or in this beef or tension. But this man Johnson jumped on the bench, jumped on the table, and jumped at this dude on some X-Men shit, on some. And then when he hit him, it's like the dude won't prepare. The dude turned around like, and he won't prepare. He just got hit. And Johnson didn't hit him when he grabbed him. I mean, when he flew on him, he just boom. And when he caught him, they just went down. And Johnson, I looked. Now everybody ran up, kind of like. And Johnson on top of that nigga like, oh, fuck him. Then when I seen him one arm choking him, I knew he was trying to, because he was already two arm, and he was like, motherfucker. And the dude was like, trying to get out the shit. He like, Then he went one arm, he like blocked his arms. He was like, and he choking the nigga. It was a dude in the booth. Dude got up, he said, man, y'all stop that shit. Y'all stop that. They right there. It's a square. Where our booth is at, it's a red square. Their table is from here to this, probably I'll say from here to the couch is where the booth is at. They're fighting right here. You can't go cross that line when you in the pod, or you will get shot on Sussex 2 by the people with the guns in the booth. Man, these people fighting right by the damn booth. The CO come to jump. He was like, hey, man, I'll start that shit. He ain't even grab a gun at first. He said, man, I'll start that shit. They ain't stopped. Man, that nigga ran and got that gun. The nigga Johnson, Johnson's like sideways to the nigga. You know what I mean? Dude trying to get out the chokehold, about to die damn near. Man, it's my word. See, okay? Boom! He hit Johnson as Johnson. He let the chokehold go. The chokehold was gone after he got hit. After that damn shot, the chokehold was gone. Dude hit his ass. Boom! Hit his ass again. Boom! And they hit the ground. He was just on the ground like this. He was breathing though. He was like, niggas was like, oh shit! Smoke every goddamn way about the booth. Niggas like, oh, niggas ducking. Niggas like, oh shit, shot that nigga. Oh shit. Next thing you know, police come in. Goddamn, deep as a bitch. Lock down. Everybody locked down. We locked down, looking out the door. I'm like, oh shit. They goddamn came, got Johnson ass, nigga Johnson's. That nigga was bucking. They tried to put the handcuffs on that nigga in the pod. He was bucking. That nigga was bucking, goddamn it. They took that nigga out the goddamn pod, y'all. Johnson went to the fucking hole, y'all. So boom. We came back out like 2 days later. They locked us down for that shit. We came out like 2 days later. When we came out, it was the talk of the pod. Niggas like, yo, did you see how that fat dude jumped on the table at the nigga from the beach? I was like, yo, I seen that shit, man. That nigga had like goddamn Wolverine. That nigga, that move was crazy because he connected. He jumped on the bench, then jumped on the table and jumped at the dude, caught him. That when the impact of his weight hitting dude failed, and he chokehold his ass. It was a sweet ass move. I gotta give him props. So everybody talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. It's the talk of the pod. They're like, damn, that shit crazy. I'm like, damn, man, dude ain't last. Johnson ain't last no goddamn time in the pod, man. He ain't last no time in the pod, man. But he was a maniac. And he was a quiet dude. I told y'all he sweat on his nose. So I knew he was a maniac. He just was really quiet, really humble. But when you get him out of square, he turned into a real deal psycho. He was trying to kill dude ass. If he wasn't by the booth, if he would have done that move to dude and he wasn't by the booth, dude would have died. Because he would have choked the living brains out of dude. He would have choked dude brains out, man. I'm telling y'all, man, dude would have been out of here. Dude would have been out of here if the gun didn't save him. Because I seen the choke. I know when you can tell, you know a real choke when you, not the movie choke. No, I'm talking about when you see the veins in somebody's head that's doing the choking. Trying to kill you, man. Like they trying to take you out. That's what they trying to do, man. I already knew it, man. But Johnson was gone, man. Like, you know what I mean? But I never forgot him though. Like that was wild right there. Like meeting a dude that was in the military, you know what I mean? That's from Norfolk, that lived in Norfolk and turned out like that and went bananas like that. That was crazy. So time went on. I ain't even gonna lie. Time went on. A little time went by. You know what I mean? Fast forward the tape a little bit. Now I'm in 4C. So I haven't seen Johnson in probably about a year or so. You know what I mean? I seen him after a year or so on the yard. I think he was in 2 building again, but he wasn't in my part. So when I went to the hole, I ended up going on the other side of the yard. You know what I mean? So I go on the other side of the yard. I'm over there. I'm over in 4C cooling. You know what I mean? Everything going good in 4C. Same activities, trying to get to the bag, staying the hell out of the way. That's what I'm doing. Chilling. Man, out of nowhere, the cart come through the door, man. You see the slider open. And it be so crazy when you see this cart come through the door because you never know who's coming in there. You might see a dude that you know that's in the damn way, keep shit going on, in the fucking way with the police, every damn body. You might don't want him in the pod, you know what I mean? But this is penitentiary. You never know who's coming in your pod. So we see the cart coming in. When I see the cart coming in, I see the little picture tube kind of fat dude coming in. I look, I spot him off the rip. I said, oh shit, that's Johnson. So I ain't even say nothing. He ain't even see me. He come in. You know what I mean? They put him in cell 2. He went in cell 2 right by the booth. Goddamn, he go put his stuff up. You know what I mean? He comes straight out. White dude's playing chess right there. He comes straight out, walk to the chess table. Start looking at the chess game. I walk up behind him. I'm like, oh shit, Johnson. What's up, Johnson? He was like, oh shit, T-White was good. He gave me the same dap. The 2-hand old head jump. I was like, what's up, man? God damn, man. I was like, yo, you went bananas, bro. I was like, why you ain't tell me you was about to do? He said, tell you. Man, shit, T.Y. I came in here alone. I ain't gotta tell nobody. I came in here alone. I told you I don't want no problems. When somebody get me wrong, I don't hear nothing else, but I gotta go first. That's all it is. I already know what time it is. I was like, look, I know. He was like, but I don't want no problem. He would always say that in the middle of his sentence. I don't want no problems. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm saying in my head, bro, you don't gotta like, try to disguise to me that you're not a maniac. I'm a maniac, bro, but we all had our maniac skills in different ways. Like, you know what I mean? I know you're a maniac. When I seen you sweating your nose, I knew you was a maniac. I wanted to tell him that, but I'm not. So I'm just letting him go. And he's like, yeah, like, I don't want no trouble and shit. I don't want no problems. Blah, blah, blah. He talking. So I'm like, damn, man. I was like, yo, so like that shit hurt when you got, cause like I got shot, but like from afar. Like he got shot from close range. I said, yo, that shit hurt when you got shot, Johnson. He was like, I got shot in the military in my leg. Man, I know how bullets feel, man. He was like, that bullet shit, they got fake. That shit just stun you for the moment. You know what I mean? He was like, I couldn't move though. I ain't gonna lie. They got me there. I couldn't move. He was like, but I'm telling you, man, like, them motherfuckers got one more time with me, man. And I'm fighting all their asses. I don't give a fuck, man. They just gonna have to fucking kill me. I'm gonna fight all their asses. I'm like, damn, man, Johnson. I'm like, yo, listen. I'm letting you know now, you ain't got no win with them damn polices. I'm letting you know now. Like, I'm just getting you to count. You ain't got no win with them police. So he like, man, I'm done with that shit, niggas. I don't want no problems. I'm trying to do my little bit of time and go home. That's it. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm about to go play some chess. You good? I was like, yeah, I'm good, man. You need something? He was like, no, I got commissary. I was like, all right, that's what's up. I slid off, y'all. So boom, I slid off. Johnson still doing his regular activities. So through the midst of him doing his regular activities, he definitely kept it low. He kept it low key. He didn't get into it with nobody. That really was the dude from Virginia Beach kind of pushing BS at him at the chess table. Like Johnson didn't want to choke his life out, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like what you want him to do? He's a psycho, you know what I mean? He's a real deal maniac on the low. So time went on a little bit, man. Johnson just was in there doing him. He definitely wasn't choking no more people, getting in more trouble, like wilding out. But you could tell the seriousness in him, and a lot of people did. You know what I mean? You could tell that he was kind of like a serious person on the low. Like he wasn't in a gang, he wasn't nothing like that. But he was just one of those people that looked like if you go at him, you're gonna have some problems. And he didn't have a reason for you to go at him because that's all he did is play chess. He did nothing else. He didn't have a drug problem, nothing. He didn't do nothing else but play chess. So through the time of him being in there, like I kind of got all right with him. You know what I mean? Like from time to time, me and him would kick it. You know what I mean? He told me he used to, what base he was on, when he was in the military in Norfolk, which was close to over where I lived at. So we had that in common. We used to kick about that a little bit. And he really didn't talk to nobody. This man was the quietest person I met, but he would talk to me. You know what I mean? It's like he kind of rocked with me just on the strength that we knew a little history a little bit. You know what I mean? So me and him would talk, you know, we'll do little things, you know what I mean? And after, for me and him talking, like it went from that to one day that I needed somebody to hold the drugs. And like, for real, like he made a good candidate to hold the drugs. You know what I mean? For one, he ain't gonna let nobody take it. You know what I mean? For 2, I don't gotta worry about him telling my business because he don't talk to no goddamn body. And for 3, it was just perfect, man. Like, the police don't look at him as somebody that's getting drugs or doing this and doing that. And I didn't want to hold shit in my cell. You know what I mean? So, like, I went to him with the proposition because at this time, me and my man ended up getting some weed. So we got like an ounce of weed that we split. So I got a half a zip, but we getting it like every other week. You know what I mean? So through this time right here is like, I don't know where to hold it at all the time. You got that maniac investigator dude I'm telling y'all about that's running around the compound like a psycho. So I'm gotta be on point. I can't just let him kick my door in and catch me slipping. You know what I mean? Y'all know I smoked the tree. So I can't have a tree adding to work. Now, I used to do that, but you can't always do that. You're not gonna have a good night's sleep because you're gonna have to be on point all damn day. So I felt like Johnson was the right candidate for me to go holler at him about that. It was me and my homeboy sat. So I pull up on him, you know what I mean? And he started dealing with my homeboy on the strength of me, you know what I mean, the dude I'm getting the package with. So when I pull up on him, I run it down to him. Yo, Johnson, look, this is what it is, man. Look, I know you don't smoke. I know you don't do nothing like that. But look, bro, we can give you $20 of food every week, bro. Just hold this for us, man, every night. You know what I mean? So he like, what? I'm like, yo, this. So I show him. He like, what's that, weed? I'm like, yeah, it ain't grass, nigga. It's weed. He like, I'll do it, because I ain't tripping. So that's who he became. Like, he became like a quiet maniac, but like he held the pack. I ain't gonna lie, the man held the pack. I ain't gonna lie, like he did a good job of holding the pack. He even found a spot that I can't even talk about that was in his room that he found. I told y'all this man was in the military, so it's like he kind of like, you know what I mean? He had everything, like he was ahead of the game on everything. Like when I gave him that, I'm thinking he was gonna hold it, like, cause he ain't getting shook down. No. He called me in the room the next day and he was like, yo, look, I made this right here, too white. I was like, what? I went and looked. He moved his box. I looked. I was like, you made that? He was like, yeah. With a simple face, yeah. I was like, damn, bro, that shit good right there, bro. I was like, shit. I was like, how deep is it? He was like, as deep as I wanted it to be. You want it deeper? Pause. We talking about a spot, so y'all don't. He was like, he wanted it to be deeper. I was like, I don't plan on getting nothing else, man. I was like, that's good for right now, man. I was like, yo, that's what's up, man. I gave him one of his handshakes, goddamn it. Damn, shit. Appreciate that. Goddamn. So he became the man with the spot for us. You know what I mean? He became the man with the spot. You know what I mean? So it was like great things dealing with him. You know what I mean? Like me and him had a kind of cool relationship. I'm jive rocking with him. We didn't hang out, be in the pod, sitting down. No, but we'll talk from time to time. And dudes know I'll talk to him. That's what it was. So everything is going smooth, you know what I mean? From him holding the package, you know what I mean? Me and him cool at the moment. But every time stuff goes good, stuff goes bad. That's just how it be. So we done got spoiled with him being able to put that package up like that every time. Like it was just a great luxury because he actually had a spot that an investigator dude couldn't stick his nosy nose into. So we was good. We felt comfortable with getting drugs and getting him to hold it. It felt good with having a great spot with bro being able to hold it. Johnson was official with that shit. So Johnson at the chess table, he go from the chess table, you know what I mean? He used the phone. Now, Johnson doesn't use the phone a whole lot. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like phone lines in there, like Blood's got a phone. Like, there ain't none of that going on around this time. Like, phones is open. You want to use the phone. But sometimes, like, the phones would be tied up, like on holidays and stuff like that. You know what I mean? On holidays, stuff would be tied up. I ain't even gonna lie. So I want to say this was Father's Day. This was like Father's Day because it was in the summertime. So I want to say this was Father's Day, but it was one of those weekends everybody be pick and rolling the phone because everybody's trying to call their peoples. That's the only time the phone would be like, you know what I mean? But you still will be able to use it. So Johnson standing by the phone. I see him standing by the phone. I done got on the phone already. You know what I mean? I see Johnson standing by the phone. He's standing by the phone and shit. It's a dude in there from Richmond, you know what I mean? Dude on the Richmond burning the phone up. Now I didn't know that Johnson asked for next on that phone. But every time the dude from Richmond get off the phone, you see him hang up. You hang that bitch up, turn around, look at the pod. He have his phone book in his hand. He just. Turn back around. I look up. I see Johnson standing like this. He looked at his watch. Cracked his neck. He was like, y'all know when y'all do that, man. He was psycho, man. Like, you think about psycho things. He was like, so I see us. I walk over there. I was like, "We trying to get on the phone?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to call my daddy, man." I was like, "Look, who after you?" I looked at the other dude. "Who after you?" He was like, "He after me." I went, "Who after you?" He was like, "Ain't nobody after me." I was like, "Yo, let my man get next, man." Johnson was like, no, I want next on this phone. I was like, man, it wasn't no Richmond phone and all that. And at the time in this pod, like, it was like Richmond was in the block, but it wasn't like a lot of maniacs on Richmond in the block. It was dudes from Richmond in there. This dude was like kind of a shorter dude from Richmond. You know what I mean? About my age, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at Johnson like, what the hell you mean? You want this phone right here? He was like, I want this phone right here. So I'm like, yo, this shit crazy. I'm like, man, look, man, get on this phone. So I ain't trying to be loud. I'm like, man, let's get on this phone, man. So the dude from Richmond turned around like, yeah, he turned around. He was like, Johnson was like, Johnson, man, it's goddamn energy, Johnson. Dude was like, hey, Shawty. He called his homeboy. His homeboy walked over there. Goddamn, he hollered at that nigga's homeboy, peeled off. You know what I mean? Goddamn, what he doing? So I pin all that shit. So I'm like, Johnson, you wild. Johnson was like, no, I want this phone. You know what I mean? Dude hung that shit up. He about to goddamn. You about to hit that shit again? That nigga said, as soon as that nigga did like this, Johnson, he was beside me. I looked up, this man was gone. He was right by the phone now. This man about to dial a number. Johnson put his hands right in the middle of the fucking buttons. I never seen this tactic. He blocked the buttons off. I was like, what the fuck? With his leg, he wanted to look like he wanted to snatch the phone out dude's hand. But he walked close as hell to the dude's space and by the phone. And dude was about to dial again. As dude hitting numbers, Johnson said, he covered the fucking numbers. He was like, it's my turn to use the phone. Dude was like, man, I can use the phone how many times I want to use the phone. Shut the hell you talk about? He was like, man, it's my turn. Boom! Johnson pushed that nigga ass. Man, that nigga flew. Man, that's my word. They was about to do laundry. Every time they about to do laundry, you got to put your laundry bag like by the booth. It's like it's a wall. It's like the booth go like in a little square, but like on this part of the square, like it's like the wall. They just tell us pile out laundry bags up there, your laundry. You know what I mean? Then the laundry will come get it in this little cart. Man, it's my word. The laundry bags was up there. Man, the only reason the lady in the booth didn't see this shit, because he pushed the little nigga so hard. The nigga flew into the damn laundry bags. That nigga was like, that nigga Johnson said, start looking at that nigga. He was like, dude, he jump flew. His homeboy can't see. His homeboy like, the fuck? And I look, I'm like, oh, man, let these niggas bank up, man. I don't like this dumb ass shit here. So nigga, look, dude got up. Dude lied. That's a bet, shot. And nigga dipped. Got down, nigga went in his room. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn. And nigga Johnson get on the phone. He put his back to the wall. He watching everything. He like, this nigga a cold maniac, y'all. So boom. I'm on point though. I'm watching him. I have to. You know what I mean? Somebody gotta watch this psycho. Man, this is my word. Dude stay in the cell for a minute. I look up, he come out and say he going to top tier. He talking to some dudes over in 4D on the top tier. You see him talking, he doing sign language to them niggas. The lady says, stand by for outside rap. Stand by for outside rap. You got yard 2 with 4D. You got yard 2 with 4D. Like, oh shit. Goddamn. Johnson on the phone. He used the phone, he was like, I'm going outside. I was like, man, why you going outside for, Johnson? He was like, man, fuck that, I'm going outside. I was like, man, I ain't even tell my homeboys, because I ain't want to drag nobody else in this shit. But I got homeboys over in 4D, so I'm like, man, fuck it. I go outside. I get out there with them. We go outside, we on the yard. You know what I mean? I'm talking about homeboys. Johnson is standing like over by the rocks. He by me, but he's not like he with me, but he's by me. You know what I mean? But I'm watching him anyway, though. The dudes that he pushed, this is my word, the dude from Richmond, he talking to a big ass dude. You know what I mean? He talked to this big ass dude from Richmond. Dude big as a bitch. I'm like, man, this shit crazy as hell. I'm like, damn. Now, I know a lot of dudes from Richmond, and I can get a lot of shit squashed, but like, Johnson pushed this nigga off the jack, man. Like, that shit was out of line. Like, it wasn't out of line. It was out of line for dude not to let him get one click, man. Then you keep burning the phone. Like, he could have done that. So it was like on both sides, but he put his hand on the dude from Richmond. So like, that's wrong. So at the end of the day, like, I know they feeling some type of way, and then sometimes it takes stuff like everybody don't react immediately. Like, dude looked at fucking Johnson, or he probably heard what Johnson did when he was in 2 building. I don't know what it was, but he didn't attack immediately. So he's talking to some big ass nigga in 2D. So we all on the yard. So they keep walking laps around us. You know what I mean? They're like 6 deep. You know what I mean? It's just me and bro out there, and my other 2 homeboys that's a 4D, and I'm telling them about it as they spinning. So I'm like, yeah, look, damn, dude, right? Like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, yo, dude, man, he used to be in the military, man. He used to be in the military. military is psycho though. I was like, but nah, goddamn, that nigga be holding the pack. That nigga hold the pack. So like, you know what I mean? I fuck with him, you know what I mean? And like, he got locked up in the town. So like, dude, like, my homeboy was like, man, yeah, I know. He was like, man, but still though, them niggas that he got problems with, goddamn, he gonna have problems with them niggas though, bro. Like, we gonna have to goddamn. I'm like, no. I was like, we hide over in the pod. I was like, just outside, just make sure everything's straight. So we watching them niggas. You know what I mean? I'm watching the shit out of them. And I seen the little dude that's in our pod. He was a little sneaky little dude, because he probably gonna get a knife or something. So like, I'm all the way on point. I don't have a knife. But what I did was I had a white tee on, then I had my blue button-up shirt on, you know what I mean? So what I did was I took my blue button-up shirt off, and then I just was chilling, you know what I mean? Like I'm standing by the rocks right there, and we like on the fence, you know what I mean? We talked to our other homeboy that's in one building, but we all right there on the fence where the rocks is at. So I just kneeled down, you know what I mean, on some cool ass shit. And as I'm kneeling down, I'm just filling my blue shirt up with rocks. You know what I mean? So I ain't want to make it too heavy. I just got it like a nice, decent, where I can tie it, and it's a nice swing. So I got it real, probably like 8, 9 rocks. You know, like them little skinny little flat rocks. Y'all know what rocks I'm talking about. So I put that in there. I tie the blue up, make sure, nice knot. Make sure ain't nothing sticking out, nothing gonna fall out. You know what I mean? And I just put that bitch in my damn pants. So I was just walking like this. I was just out there like this, like I had a knife. You know what I mean? So they just walking by. So dude walked by. I see him stop by Johnson, the big dude from Richard. He stopped by Johnson. He was like, hey, yo, man, you put your hands on my people, shorty. Goddamn, Johnson turned around and was like, yo, peoples ain't got no manners, shorty. I was like, don't insult their language. What the hell are you doing, Johnson? Goddamn, I'm still standing there with the jaw. I'm like, shh. So I don't know that tall dude from Richmond. My man knows. So my man like, yo, man, goddamn, them niggas, man, they get to fighting out here. That shit, we all gonna be wrecking on some dumb ass shit over this nigga, man. I'm like, yo, man, I know. But at the same time, though, man, like he holding the pack. I can't just let him get dogged, man. I kick it with dude, man. They was like, man, I feel you, Weezy, man. But damn, I'm like, man. So niggas is mad when they gotta put shit on the line off for another nigga. But that's prison for you. That's how shit going there. Welcome to prison, goddammit. It happened to me several times. So I'm in that joint like, damn, I hope this shit don't go down. So it's like, there's a lot of dudes from other yards coming from Richmond. They coming to the gate, and it just looked like it was a lot going on. So like, I think it's a lady that be holding the gun, but she a little distance from us, but she looking over top of us. So I know she probably can see what she want to see. So I think she paid attention, because they was like 6 deep when they pulled up on bro, you know what I mean? So Johnson hit him with, well, you need to teach your cousin some manners, shorty. When he hit him with that, I was like, why you do that? So dude laughed it off and just walked away again. So I'm like, they gonna try to get a nigga on the way back. You know what I mean? Dudes be trying to be strategic. You know what I mean? Dudes be trying to be strategic. So it's time to go. You know what I mean? Me, my 2 homeboys, goddamn Johnson, we walking back up the boulevard. They dipped out before us. So I'm already feeling like it's gonna be some shit. But I couldn't keep the rocks no more. I couldn't come out with the rocks. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, fuck it, I'm naked now. Like, it is what it is. So we come up the joint. We hit the building. When we hit the building, it was some other dudes in there from Richmond that was in 4B. They standing like by their pods, but they out there and they talking to the little young boy that's in our pod that he pushed. I ain't see the tall nigga no more. We get to the hallway. It's an old head dude from Richmond. Goddamn, they were like, hey, you need to keep your goddamn hands. As soon as he said that shit, man, that nigga goddamn, man, it's my word. That nigga Johnson took off on his ass. Boom! When Johnson took off on him, the little nigga ran up on him. It's my word. I grabbed the little nigga. Get your ass out of here. This is my word. Nigga can't swing on me from out of nowhere. Me and him rumbling. I don't know who this nigga was. Me and him rumbling. But there ain't no police in the hall. Me and him rumbling. Old head dude. I'm like, what the fuck? So I see the young nigga. I push the young nigga. That nigga way over here. But he come back. He's still jumping on Johnson. Look like he ain't even want to come at me. Man, it's my word. Goddamn. Niggas like, yo, the police about to come in. Somebody came in the door. Yo, the police about to come in. We in that bitch wrecking. We in that bitch wrecking in the goddamn hallway. Man, it's my word. Goddamn, the nigga Johnson, he got the nigga. I'm like, oh shit. So the old dude that pull up on him when we came in the joint, he got slid back in 2B. I look, I see the young nigga running back upstairs. I tell Johnson to get off the other nigga. Man, leave that nigga, come on, get up, man. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga, lifting that nigga up. Get off that nigga. Get up, come on, Johnson, come on, let's get the fuck out of here. So we get up the steps. We get in the hallway, shooting the pod. We get in the pod and shit. Niggas like, oh shit. The lady like, stand by for dinner. Y'all going last. Y'all going last. This shit crazy as a bitch. Goddamn, we standing, all the doors open. My white shirt, that shit ripped. I'm like, fuck. So I shoot upstairs, chain. I come back downstairs. I look. I see the tall dude from Richmond in the block. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? So we come down the steps. Dude was like, yo, I'm trying to see him. He put his hand on my peoples. I'm trying to see him. Let's get the door, get any cell. Johnson was like, shit, get a door open. Get a door open. Get a door open there. Get a door open there. Shh, man, they went in that goddamn cell. Oh my God, man, they went in cell 9, which was one of the Richmond dudes' homeboys. I was there, my other homeboy was there. I'm holding Johnson down. I'm right there. You know what I mean? The two little young boys, the one I ain't even hit him. When he jumped on Johnson, I grabbed him. Cause I ain't really want to do it like that. You know what I mean? I could have stolen on his ass, but when he jumped on Johnson, get your ass up. I slung his ass. I could have stole him, slammed him, all type of shit. So like, it's drama with us now, but it's like he worried about Johnson. But they always know somebody is with somebody. Johnson is with us at this time, man. So niggas at the door, niggas looking crazy as a bitch, goddamn. Them niggas go in that goddamn cell and rumble like fucking King Kong and Godzilla. I promise y'all, that nigga Johnson so swift to be a fat dude, man. That nigga throwing shit like this. I ain't never seen a nigga, that nigga like Mike Tyson, that nigga was close range punching like a bitch. The tall dude from Richmond was fighting too though. They was in that bitch stomping. They in that bitch stomping hard as a motherfucker. They thumping, boom, boom, boom. Everybody looking like, God damn. Johnson, that's all you hear, noises like that. Them niggas thumping hard as a motherfucker. I'm like, that nigga Johnson, that nigga ass. Fuck around them niggas. Fuck that nigga Johnson. Get that nigga ass. Johnson, that bitch thumping. Dude from Richmond, the nigga Johnson slipped. Johnson fell on his back. Dude from Richmond get on top of him, gave him a 3-piece. Bop, 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 bop. Johnson grabbed his hand. Dude trying to swing. Johnson flipped that shit out, reversed it. Goddamn. Johnson like, yeah. Johnson got his ass. Johnson kind of like on top of him. Dude, he like, yeah, nigga, I can do whatever I want with you right now. I can do whatever. Dude was like, do whatever you want to do. Sure. You can't do shit. Johnson was like, psh. Johnson butted his ass. Psh. Hit his ass with the butt. Johnson wanted to fuck all that nigga. This is a good fight. The lady said, y'all about to be on standby for trials, but y'all about to go next. Nigga was like, man, I'm just rumbling you because you rumble my cousin, Shaw. You ain't gonna handle us in this bitch, Shaw. I was like, Johnson, come on. That's enough, Johnson. Johnson was like, he looked back at me. He was like, that nigga nose was sweaty as a bitch, you hear me? So boom! Johnson let him up. Dude, get up. Look to see the police was looking. He slid off with the dudes from Richmond. They said, exit out for child. You go to child. We didn't go to child. I was like, fuck that. I ain't keep going to no blind spots. Johnson come out. Johnson like, he trying to catch his breath and before he can talk to me, he like, yo, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, man. He seen dude leave. Dude from Richmond, they peeled out. He left. He was like, man, nigga nose was, man, that nigga nose looked like he had, like somebody said, somebody had a cup of water and was like, psh, like somebody splashed some water on his big ass nose. That nigga nose was sweaty as a bitch. Johnson like, that nigga just was pacing. I was like, yo, calm down, man, sit down for the lady tell us go in, man. Cause we ain't go to church. Like, sit down. He like, I ain't sitting down. They was gone probably like 15 minutes. I'm like, yo, look, you handled your business one-on-one. The nigga feels some type of way. It is what it is. Goddamn, niggas start coming back from child. Niggas start coming back. I look up. I see the little dude from Richmond come back from child. He run up the steps. He go to his cell. Man, I look. Johnson's gone. I'm like, what the fuck, Johnson? I look. Johnson on the top tier. Johnson coming to the top tier like, that fat motherfucker moving. And I'm like, goddamn, I looked up, y'all. That shit was great. I looked up. That nigga was on the top tier like this. That nigga was moving. I said, fuck. I went up the steps. I get up the steps. I'm like, Johnson. He like, you going, young nigga said, young nigga turn around. Young nigga turned around into a 3-piece McNugget meal. You hear me from Chick-fil-A. He got that. He hit that nigga with a smooth ass jump. Grab that nigga ass. Boo. Put that nigga on the wall. Boo. It's all your fault. Boo. He fucked that nigga up. Lady in the booth was like, the lady in the booth kind of looking. She don't know what's going on, but they dude said was like right in the mainstream on the top tier. She looking, he like, I was like, Johnson, come on, man. We lock you up, man. He was like, motherfucker, mind your business next time and tell your cousin mind his motherfucking business. I was like, man, grab that nigga. I was like, man, get the fuck out of the cell, man. Young nigga got up like, I'm gonna kill you, Sean. I'm like, man, fuck. Shit, crap, get him out. Lady in the booth looking like she paying everything. He come down the steps. He like, I'm like, yo, listen, bro. I was like, the police running this bitch. Your ass going to jail. Bro. I told you not to do. Why you do that? You just got away with a fight. He was like, fuck that shit. You gotta take them all out. That's what we did in the war. We take them all out. You can't leave one. You gotta take them all out. I'm like, Bro, this ain't Afghanistan, my guy. What the hell is you talking about, man? This is real prison shit right here, man. What the hell are you doing? He was like, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck the police too. They come in this bitch. I'm rumbling their ass too. Fuck that shit, Weezy. Fuck that shit. I said, yo, ho. I said, that's why I draw a line in the sand at right there, man. I ain't gonna lie. You see, I was right here with you the whole time. I ain't let them niggas jump your ass in the hallway. I was with you on the yard when them niggas could have probably had weapons. I've been right here with you. I said, I respect what you doing, but I don't respect you dragging us into some police shit. I said, furthermore, I said, Johnson, look, before you kirk all out, my homeboy was already standing at Johnson's door because me and him already had a conversation. He already knew what time it was. I said, look, go get my homeboy that shit you got in the stash. He was like, and nigga stopped me this ride. He was like, he probably was thinking like, I can't do this. Nigga like, let me give him his shit before I crank out. And nigga ran up the steps. And he got there, hit my homeboy. He came down the steps. I'm like, yo, look. Goddamn, niggas was like, yo, niggas coming back in with Charlie. He was like, yo, the police coming down from the child hall like 5 deep. I don't know what building they coming into, but they coming like 5 deep. Goddamn. I'm like, yo, Johnson, look. Telling you, man, I can't go with you, bro. If you run with the police, I can't do that, bro. You being a fucking psycho right now, bro. He was like, fuck that shit. That shit in my goddamn DNA. Fuck it. I was like, man, look, nah, bro, look. Just cuff up. Just cuff up, man. I was like, cause I ain't gonna be able to help you with that one right there. I was being honest with the nigga. Yo, I'm not gonna be able to help you with that one right there. He was like, man, fuck that shit. Niggas like, police coming in. I look at the lady in the booth. The lady in the booth was like, him. She pointed him out. She like, him. And they was in cell 36. Whoever's in cell 36, the little brown skinned dude, that's what he was fighting. They was in there fighting. I was like, please don't say my name. And she looked around again. She like, yep, that's who it was. They was like, she was like, he right there. They walked up to him. They was like, come on, cuff up, man. Come on, man. Cuff up, man. You know the time it is, man. Nigga Johnson was like, for what? It was like, man, cuff up, man. He was like, oh, you ain't gonna cuff up? Hey, I need sisters over here in 4C. Please come over here in 4C right now, please. He was chilling. He was like, oh, shit. They said, you know, 8 police came in that bitch. They came in that bitch deep as a motherfucker. Big niggas. The niggas that be having the dogs. The big black nigga. That nigga with the silvers. Y'all remember him when he was on Sussex. Nigga had silver fronts. And they would come in. Them niggas look mean as a bitch. Niggas come in. They was like, who? They was like, him. They was like, yo, come on, man. Cuff up. They was like, lock down. Everybody locked down. Locked down right now. I'm like, yo, Johnson. Johnson was like, I was like, man, cuff up, man. And he was like, fuck that shit. He gave me one last look like, you ain't gonna be there for me. I was reading his brain. It got through that time. I read his goddamn brain. I need you on this one, Weezy. And I couldn't do it. I gave him the look like, I was like, yo, man. I was like, yo, Johnson, man, don't leave that shit alone, man. Come on, bro. Just cuff up, bro. Just cuff up, bro. I'm going to steps. Just cuff up, bro. Man, Johnson, just cuff up, bro. Come on, Johnson, man. Come on, man. They like, lock down. Wait. I'm like, all right, Johnson. Johnson, man, tighten the fuck up, Johnson, man. I go in the cell, door closed. Poosh. I'm behind the door. I'm like, Johnson. Johnson. The console, nigga. What the fuck? That nigga ain't even looking at me no more. I'm like, I did all I could do. He was like, you ain't gonna cuff up? I ain't gonna cuff up. I look, I see the old dude, Bird. This nigga named Bird. This nigga tall. He from Australia. And they had the mace behind his back the whole time, the little pepper spray shit. And he was like, you ain't gonna cuff up. You ain't gonna cuff up me. And nigga Johnson said, that's all you see is big nigga grab his ass. Man, he grabbed Johnson's ass like this. Boom! Man, Johnson back hit the goddamn pavement so goddamn hard. Johnson, I heard the noise. Johnson said, nigga was on the ground. Get your ass up, nigga. Nigga put his fucking whole knee in his fucking Johnson side. Johnson was like, ah! He woke back up there and he was knocked out damn near on that slam. And then when that knee hit his ass from that other big dude, he was like, ah! He was like, nigga, what you fucking, nigga, fuck wrong with you? Nigga, what the hell is wrong with you? Nigga got his knee all in Johnson. Johnson like, ah! That nigga was on the ground, handcuffed, screaming. He's like, ah! 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 That nigga looked up at me. He was like, after he had to take a breath from screaming. He was like, ah! Ah! He looked up at me. I was like, fucking dumbass motherfucker, you should cuff up, nigga. He went out like a true maniac, man. He went out like a true maniac. They whooped his ass and they took him out, man. But this man was quiet, but he was a maniac also. So, man, I ain't had nothing to do with that shit, man. But I tried to save him, y'all. Y'all saw that shit. I tried to save him, man. It was nothing I could do. I tried everything I could do. He didn't listen to me, man. So what y'all want me to do? I tried to save the man. But he took an ass whooping. They whooped his ass, and that was the last time I seen Johnson on that compound. Johnson probably on the street right now. If you watching this, Johnson, I was there for you, man. You can't say I wasn't there for you, man. I was there for you, man. But that turned out crazy, y'all, man, because he was the first dude I seen that was that quiet, that was that crazy, man. Johnson ass, man. I'll never forget him, man. But it was a crazy situation, and that's the end of the damn story. Y'all already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. But I definitely need y'all to stay out the way out here, man. That's the most important thing. I need y'all to stay out the way out here, man. If you don't gotta risk your life, man, waste your life and go to jail. You waste your life when you go to jail, man. Your life ends when you go to jail, man. You become a nobody. You become a person that they gotta depend on people now. You remember that person? Everybody probably out here now that's in the streets probably super duper independent. That ends when you get locked up. You gotta depend on people. You wanna go through that? Why don't you just be an independent, legit person, man? Reverse the table. Do something different. You have to, man. Going to jail ain't cool no more, y'all. I'm not going to jail at this age. Anybody going to jail in their 30s in a damn way. You go to jail in your 20s, you in a damn way. I'm telling the teens that's young, if you go to jail, you in a damn way. Stay out here, y'all. Enjoy the freedom, man. It's out here for us to enjoy. We put ourselves in these places. Let's not go, man. Let's just stay out of the way, y'all. Period. But y'all already know the count, man. It's the bonus banger, man. Y'all already know what I need y'all to do with this one right here, y'all. Like, share, subscribe to one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe, man, and stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.